Alright guys, welcome back to Season 2 of this FIFA 18 career mode save with Liverpool. Last episode we won silverware by winning the Carabao Cup in the final against Aston Villa. We also only managed a 1-1 draw with Leicester in the league and then capped things with a 4-0 victory over Newcastle. This episode we are going to start with FA Cup action, I do believe. Yep, FA Cup action in the Emirates FA Cup quarter-final against Brighton. We then have the second leg of the Champions Cup against Besiktas, which we have a 3-0 lead in, thanks to that first leg victory, and we will finish with another game against Brighton at home in the Premier League. Well, we have had like a week-long break after that last game, so let's give players a chance to rest up. I have gone with a strong lineup, but also a little bit of rotation just to give some players a chance, which means we start with a thrilling three of Pulisic, Mertens and Havertz up front, with Maya, Sanson and Weigl in the middle of the park. De Ligt partners Van Dijk at centre-back, with Semedo and Tierney at wing-backs, and Schmeichel, an ever-present in net. FA Cup action then, and of course my team isn't the biggest team, like largest squad, and that were always going to be a worry, that because I sold a lot of squad players in the first season and potentially weakened my team. So I have tried to keep some players fresh. We have got Mane and Salah on the bench should we need them. Oh, Weigl gives the ball away to Izquierdo. There's Locadia on the attack, and he's got past his man and Yaziki fires over. Brighton gave us a little bit of trouble in the opening minutes of this, and we've had to drag Van Dijk wide. Oh, and we have gone 1-0 down because my defence are just stood watching the ball. Put some pressure on and hope we can force some errors. Here is Havertz, here's Mertens, and Mertens pulls us back into this. 23 minutes on clock, we have pulled the goal back, 1-1. There's Torreira. Proper. Back to Torreira. There's Locadia. Oh, that went far off. Looked like you were offside though. Van Dijk missing the header. What's all that about? Van Dijk, you're like 10 foot tall. Don't want this to go to a replay. We can't afford the extra games. We need to win this in the 90 minutes. And we have 45 minutes left to do that because the referee brings us to half time. Maya finds Mertens, who can just about find Sanson, who is going to make a burst through the middle. His Pulisic can't get on the end of it. Maya to Sanson. There's Mertens. Oh, what a turn. Oh, the ball hits the defender. And keeper keeps it in and sends it out for a throw instead. We are rejigging things a little bit up front then. Pulisic is moving over to the right-hand side, with Mertens moving over to the left because he can play as an inside forward, and Dolberg comes on for Havertz. Not being impressed with his performance, so Weigl is coming off and Lewis Cook is going to come on in his place. Here's Yaziki. Oh, he's got space. Oh, that were a let off. Dolberg, Semedo. Oh, Semedo loses it. Dolberg wins it back. Oh, Krul. That was both Krul and the goalkeeper, Tim Krul. Looks like we are going to have a replay. The game ends all square, 1-1. Well, I was wrong. Evidently, in the FA Cup, we go straight to extra time instead of playing replays when you get to quarters. Substitution then, fresh legs, Luka Modric, world-class talent coming on, try and pack that midfield out a little bit more and give some more creativity in the middle. Yes, losing Sanson is going to change the way the midfield operates, but Modric has just got a little bit more creativity, and that may help us offer something a little bit different. Oh, thought we'd conceded again then. Pulisic finds Semedo again. Dolberg, and he's turned it wide. Cook finds Dolberg, and that's it. That is half time. We have 15 minutes left to rescue this. Pulisic Can he whip this in? He can. Can we get on the end of it? We can't. We have got a free kick. And whip that in, and straight to Krul. This could go all the way to penalties. Looking for Pulisic, finds Pulisic, he turns, gets it across. Dolberg! Oh! Dolberg, you could have finished the game. You could have put us in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Game is nearly over. It is going to go to penalties if we can't snatch something. Duffy gets the ball. Semedo, it's yours. Well done. And that's it. We are going to penalties. All right, Luca. You are the first to try and take a penalty for us. What can you do? Slots it in off the post. Come on, Kasper. Goes the wrong way. Oh, keeper goes the right way, but Mertens still puts it in. Schmeichel, you need to do a big job for us here. It's gone wide. Oh, it's saved. Well done, Schmeichel. Picks the right way. Come on, Dolberg. And Dolberg puts it in the bottom corner. Here's Yaziki. Oh, sends Schmeichel the wrong way. Oh, underneath the keeper. I thought that were going to be saved. If we can save this, then that's all over. Here's Yabo, the goal scorer for Brighton. Oh, he scores. Alright. Krul needs to save this. Maya needs to score. And he does. Maya picks up the victory to send us into the semi-final of the FA Cup. We did it the hard way. We did it on penalties. But it don't matter. We are through to the semi-final. Second game of the episode then, and we see ourselves back in Champions League action. Mane, Icardi and Salah are my thrilling three up top. Maya, Modric and Cook are my three in the middle of the park. Matip partners Van Dijk with Semedo and Tierney providing width at wing-back, and Schmeichel is in net. Right, we obviously have the 3-0 lead from the first leg, but we are at home, and I'd quite like a good performance in front of the Anfield faithful to secure our quarter-final passage into the Champions League. Here's Mane, finds Icardi. Can he do? He can find Salah, and Mane can head us into a 1-0 lead. No, he can't, because he's offside. Come on, lads. Well done, Semedo. Why is Semedo winning all the headers when he's relatively short? Oh, Babel goes down heavy under a challenge. Don't challenge. Well done, Schmeichel. And we can lump that upfield. Modric gets the pass off to Mark. Referee, stop that. They have an injury. Injury forces Ryan Babel off the field. He will not be getting revenge on his ex-team. Well done, Lewis Cook. Coming back, sweeping up. Cook sends it forward. There's Icardi. Modric. Can we feed Salah? Is he going to be able to keep this in? Oh, here's Modric. And Modric scores. Beautiful. Luka Modric grabs the first goal of this game. Gives us a 4-0 lead on aggregate. Cook finds Modric, sets Salah off. Salah looking to turn. Can he feed Icardi in? Not quite. We are nearly at half time. Mane with a throw, whipped in by Tierney. Fabrizio equal to it with a punch. Ball with Kadar, and the referee brings it to a close. 1-0 at half time, 4-0 on aggregate. Burst of speed from that little beautiful Croatian. Turn, finds the pass. Here's Icardi. Oh, Salah straight into Fabrizio's hands. Well done, Tierney. Oh, come on, Tierney. Just about to congratulate you then, and then you let them get ball. What are you playing at, mate? Here's Orkan. Orkan again, sends it across. Van Dijk stands tall. There's Orkan, and that's a penalty. Van Dijk giving away another penalty in this season, second season. Always seems to be Virgil van Dijk that gives away the penalties. Come on, Schmeichel. Can you do it? Oh, he went right way but couldn't quite reach. And that's straight into the arms of the keeper. Here's Maya. Finds Mane. Ball lofted over. And Salah makes it 2-1. Besiktas had their lead for all of 6 in-game minutes before Salah crops up and gets another goal. Larin wins the header. Trying to track back. Well done, Lewis Cook. Icardi finds Mane. Here's Maya. Maya is absolutely knackered. Didn't realise he was that bad. And can't quite get through. Vida has to put it out for a corner. And then Kai Havertz coming on in the place of Luka Modric. Modric just exhausted. It's not worth running him into the ground. There's Matip. Orkan. There's Kadar. Oh, well done, Havertz. Well done, Tierney. And he managed to put it out. Ends up being a goal kick coming off the striker. Here's Icardi. Oh, can't find space. Not that it matters. Referee brings it to a close. The game finishes 2-1 on the night and 5-1 on aggregate. We are through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Third and final game then, and second game against Brighton in this episode. Gone for quite a bit of rotation because players are still tired from midweek. Pulisic, Mertens and Salah start up front. Havertz, Sanson and Weigl are in the middle of the park. Matip partners De Ligt at centre-back with Itter and Semedo playing at wing-backs, and Schmeichel is still in the net. League game this time then, the only one from this episode since we've had 2 different cup games. Hopefully we can continue the league form on and keep pressure on Chelsea. And this time we can break. And it is with Mertens. Mertens sends the ball through the middle to Sanson. Here is Pulisic making a bounding run into the box. Sanson, and he makes it 1-0. That's a much better start than last time. Salah finds Mertens. He can find Pulisic. Back to Mertens. Can he turn? He can't. Defender is equal to him. Torreira looking to send it out wide. Itter versus Yabo. Going to be one of them battles, I think. There's Lacardia to Yaziki, and you're not going to beat Schmeichel from there. Mertens just won a header again. I'm scared. Oh, but he stayed down. It's not a good sign. Clutching his wrist. Oh, it's okay. So he was clutching his wrist, and now he's clutching his leg. There we go then, confirmation. Mertens with his injury has gone off and Kasper Dolberg comes on in the 23rd minute. It's not the start we wanted. Matip wins the header. Itter finds Havertz to Sanson. Izquierdo just running Sanson straight off the ball. Lacardia. Yabo, well done Itter. Here's Lacardia again. Itter. Lacardia back on the ball. Oh, Brighton. How did you not equalise then? Lumped up field, and Matip is equal to it. And we could be away here. Here's Dolberg. It's not the quickest striker. Sanson finds Salah. Oh, that was so close. We win the ball with the header. Salah. Pulisic back through to Salah. We whip this in. We can. We get on the end of it. Pulisic straight to the feet of the keeper as we approach half time. There's Dolberg. Oh, great save by Krul. Whipped in. Oh, off the post. And that's it. The referee brings it to a close at half time. We are going in 1-0 up. Whoever it were, he is back up. It's Yabo. gets away. Semedo, you need to deal with it again. That's off the bar. Again, should have conceded then, but Schmeichel gratefully clutches that one to his chest. There's Havertz, robbed by Yabo. Takes the ball to the stomach. Hadouken! Well done, Ita. That's more like what we want. Pulisic could be off. Oh, he scooped it wide. There's the throw. It's proper coming forward. Havertz, stay with your man. Yaziki. Yabo back to proper. Delete. Should have been better to that. Brighton panicking a little bit in front of their own box. Dolberg can pick that up. Let's send it across, looking for Pulisic, and it's straight to Krul. Pulisic's shirt getting pulled, but the referee does know about it. Here's Brian. Locadia. Here's Yabo, and he shoots from outside the area. We are in injury time. This might be the last kick. Let's get his head on it. And there we go. Referee brings it to a close. It might only be a 1-0 victory, but we have got the 3 important league points. Now just to see what that does to the table. All things considered, it's not made a great deal of difference to the table. We are still 5 points behind Chelsea in first and 5 points clear of Spurs in second. 6 points clear of City in fourth. So, you know, I'll take that. We are still chasing the lead, but at least Chelsea aren't running away with it like Arsenal did last season. With that said, this is the end of today's episode anyway, guys. If you've enjoyed it, then twat that thumbs up button. And if you do want to see how this career mode ends and how the FIFA 19 career mode will go when we start that when it comes out, then make sure you twat that subscribe button. Other than that, cheers for watching. And as usual, I'll see you the next episode.